So I have to be honest with you. There are so many times I do not feel like walking on this machine throughout the day. And that office chair is looking really, really good. So how do you continue to push through that feeling instead of giving into it and sitting down all day? What motivation is there to help us to stay on this machine, help us to stay active? I'm Jay with Tread Effect. If you're new here, we talk about so many different ways in order to stay active at our job. And it's a great conversation. It's a great community of treadmill desk owners out there. I would love to hear your comments below to see what you're doing in order to stay active and use this machine, make the most of this machine. So the first tip I wanted to share with you was goal setting. For me, that is an essential part. Having a goal, having a number set in mind, whether it's a 10,000 footstep goal, or if you want to walk 3 miles or 6 miles. My personal goal is 10 miles a day. And you know, it's something about reaching that goal. You have such a great sense of fulfillment. I also think that you should have a pedometer. A pedometer is essential. When you have your treadmill desk, to me, a pedometer and a treadmill desk it goes hand in hand, like peanut butter and jelly. You just cannot have one without the other. That is going to really help you see where you are. It's going to tell you whether you are hitting your goals or not. And a pedometer, for those of you who don't know, it just tracks your footsteps. They're very affordable. You can download them on your smartphone for free, or you can order them Amazon, eBay. They're very affordable. They'll clip on the side of your hip here and count your footsteps. Or if you have a Fitbit or some sort of fitness watch, that is also will have a pedometer on there, and it'll track your footsteps. It'll tell you your miles, how many calories you burn. It's a great tool, and it's a great source of motivation. And that's what's needed when you're talking about walking several miles in a day, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 miles in a day. You're going to need some motivation, which is actually another tip of mine, is keeping your mind motivated. For me, one thing I do is I'll have YouTube videos in the background that are motivational videos. All you have to do is type in motivation in the search engine on YouTube, and voila, you have so much good quality content from different motivational speakers. And sometimes you need to hear that. The brain needs to hear, it needs to have some sort of food in order for us not to give up on this machine. Because when you're walking 10 miles a day, 5 days a week, that's 50 miles. And then you times that by the month and the year, that's a lot of miles. So we need to have some sort of mental food, some sort of motivation mentally. Number 4, stay hydrated. I always try to keep water near my desk. It's amazing how often I kind of just will hit a wall. Sometimes work is very intense. The mental load it's very, very intense. And so once I get hydrated, it's like a boxer in the ring. You know how they'll fight and then they'll ring the bell and then they'll go in their corner and they'll get hydrated. And well, that's a part of this whole process. It's not necessarily, it may look easy walking, but staying hydrated is so important. All right, number 5. This is kind of like a secret tip that I've discovered. Oftentimes I will be going at a certain speed all day, and then I just kind of, again, that urge to sit down comes in. Instead of giving into that urge, I'll speed up my treadmill desk for a period of time. So usually I walk at 2 miles per hour. But if I'm getting that lazy bone and I want to sit in my office chair, I'll go up to 4 miles per hour for a period of time, maybe 5 minutes. And then after that, I'll bring it back down to 2 miles per hour. And what that does is it kind of tricks my body into thinking that, well, if we can handle 4 miles per hour, 2 miles an hour is a cinch. It's easy. So try that. If you're having that lazy bone, go ahead, speed up, and then slow down. Number 6, have a partner. Maybe there's a coworker or a friend, someone you can communicate with, and maybe you can have a healthy competition with this person. Let each other know, help them to, accountability, that's the word I'm looking for. Let them be an accountability partner. And you guys or girls can keep track of each other's footsteps, see how many miles you have walked, how many calories you have burned. Keep that communication. You can be a source of motivation for each other. Another tip is schedule walking times. So perhaps your job doesn't necessarily allow you the freedom to always walk because of the nature of your work. But if there's certain periods of time where you make it mandatory to walk, that's a great way to get your footsteps in. For example, if you have conference calls is such a low-hanging fruit, because most of the time at conference calls, we're just listening anyway. So during that time, I'll turn on my treadmill desk. You can see it's late in the day. I'm getting sleepy. I'm getting ready for bed. Anyway, conference calls, it's a great way to get those footsteps in. It's very easy. Most of the time you're just listening. You might be taking a few notes, but that's a great time to speed up the treadmill desk and get some footsteps and some miles in. So those are a few things. I would love to hear what you are doing in order to stay motivated and in order to keep walking on this machine. It not only helps me, but it helps others in the community. When they read your comments, it gives them food for thought, and so get creative on how they can make better use of this machine. The thought of the day, I was thinking about this earlier. We can accept failure. We cannot accept quitting. Failure is a part of growth. Quitting is not acceptable. Wanted to leave that thought with you. Let me know what you think. This is Jay with Tread Effect. I'm gonna go to bed. I think my footstep count, I had it on my treadmill in my pocket here. 22,991 in counting. So I'm at 9.71 miles. So not bad. All right, keep walking.